This is Master Mikos, and in this video I'm going to be explaining everything you need to know about Yuta Okkotsu, from his personality to his way of life and everything about his cursed energy abilities. Be warned that this video will contain spoilers about anything to do with Yuta Okkotsu. If you're interested in more Jujutsu Kaisen content, then you should consider subscribing because there's more Jujutsu Kaisen content on the way. And with all that out the way, let's get on with this video. I won't be going over Yuta's backstory in detail since this amazing movie just came out, so I'll recommend you watch that or this amazing video. Yuta grew up with a normal childhood. That's until his girlfriend Rika had died. Rika was hit by a car. But before Rika died, Yuta and Rika both promised to marry each other once they're adults, and because of that promise, Rika returns back to life, but this time as a cursed spirit. Yuta is now cursed with Rika. Rika would go on to protect Yuta from anyone or anything that wants to cause him harm. Yuta was founded by Gojo and convinced Yuta to master his power to go help people. Maki and Yuta go on a mission together and get swallowed up by a large curse. Yuta keeps bitching and Maki gives him the balls to do something about it, then he frees them and saves them. Since then, Yuta has been training with Maki in armed combat to sharpen his skills to become a better fighter. Suguru Geto drops by and declares war on the night at the parade of 100 demons. The day comes and Suguru Geto personally fucks up Inumaki, Maki, and Panda. Yuta finds them and calls out Rika to aid him in his fight with Geto. He saves them and shows them that he has control over Rika and his cursed abilities. Yuta overpowers Geto and Geto uses his most powerful cursed spirit, Maximum Uzumaki. Yuta asks for Rika's power one last time, and after that they will be together forever. Rika gets all excited and all restrictions were removed, if any, on Yuta's cursed energy, making them stronger. Rika then fires a blast of cursed energy at the Maximum Uzumaki. She one-shots it and Geto barely escapes alive. Yuta then wakes up and talks to Rika, saying he's gonna make good on their promise. Rika then shatters and takes on her normal younger appearance. Gojo says that the curse has been lifted. Gojo also reveals Yuta to be descendant of Michi, Zane, and Sugawara, and also a distant relative to himself. Yuta rejecting Rika's death causes Rika to manifest as a cursed spirit. Yuta cries and says that it's all his fault, and Rika embraces him, telling him that she's been happier these past 6 years. After this, Rika tells Yuta goodbye as she is laid to rest. Yuta keeps going to Jujutsu High and grows as a sorcerer and happy to go to the new school with his new friends. At the beginning of the story, Yuta was timid and a lonely guy who was bullied growing up. Yuta wasn't able to connect with anyone due to Rika haunting him. This leads to Yuta isolating himself and him losing the confidence to talk to people. He did this because he genuinely cares about people. It wasn't until Maki called out Yuta for living a life without any goals is when he used her advice to strengthen his resolve. Him gaining all of his friends made him realize that he wants to help set Rika free. He tries hard to find a way because Yuta wants to become someone who can keep others safe. Later on in the story, Yuta becomes the complete opposite. He's no longer timid or shy. The only thing that's the same is Yuta's genuine care for other people. This is shown when Yuta agreed to go into the Colon Games to gather information. While there, he defended innocent people, leading them to the edge of the barrier and defeating powerful sorcerers and cursed spirits along the way. Yuta was immediately registered as a special grade due to Rika's immense power, but besides Rika's immense power, Yuta is also quite powerful himself. Although he originally didn't have much physical strength or combat abilities, he's shown to have a mastered armed combat, making him an expert in hand-to-hand combat and an expert weapon specialist. Of course, he wasn't always an expert, he mostly trained with Maki who taught him the basics. Anyway, getting his combat abilities out the way, let's move on to his Jujutsu and cursed energy. Yuta has immeasurable cursed energy. His power comes from his relation to Michizane Sugawara, but it only manifested when Rika turned into a cursed spirit. With the amount of cursed energy Yuta has, he uses his cursed energy to strengthen his body. This makes him have enhanced speed, agility, strength, and endurance. With him reinforcing his body, he put his speed and strength on par with Yuji's superhuman strength. This is shown when Yuji threw a car at Yuta and Yuta was able to throw the car right back at him, surprising Yuji. And with Yuta's enhanced endurance and agility, he was able to withstand and dodge multiple explosive attacks from reused cursed energy output. And those beams are no joke. As seen in the manga, those blasts torn down everything in its path. This man Yuta even took some of those blasts straight to his hand without any lasting injuries. That's not even the most impressive thing he can do. With his advanced cursed energy control, Yuta was able to master the reverse curse technique, which is extremely difficult to perform for sorcerers. It's even noted that Gojo has a hard time using this technique. Using this technique, he's able to heal himself and as well as others too. Him using this in battle can make it seem like he's indestructible. He can also apply the reverse technique to his attacks. He did this when he killed Yuji Itadori to trick the higher ups into thinking that execution was real, or when he was up against the cursed spirit. While using the reverse curse technique can help him avoid long-term damage, it'll severely drain his cursed energy. Now let's talk about Yuta's second half, Rika. Rika is a result of Yuta's innate technique. His innate technique allowed Rika to remain with him even after Rika had passed away. Yuta has a lot more control of Rika than when she first appeared. Rika still remains the same protective nature nature as she did before, but now she normally listens to Yuta's orders and commands. Although he can give her commands, Rika can act independently and manifest on her own without the help of Yuta. She usually does this to help or protect Yuta. Through this ring, Yuta can call out to Rika to manifest her at a moment's notice. He can also summon Rika's full body. This is known as full manifestation. Using this, Yuta is able to replenish his own cursed energy, and Rika has the ability to store a wide range of cursed tools and can give them to Yuta. Yuta can maintain this connection with Rika, and they can remain in that state for 5 minutes. Rika is also able to detach and work independently away from Yuta at a fair distance. Rika also has boundless cursed energy that can be shaped into any technique. This allows Yuta to use advanced curse techniques as well as mimic and copy other users' curse techniques. He's even able to copy hereditary techniques passed down in a sorcerer clan. A few curse techniques he's copied so far were Inumaki's curse speech and Doru's Shikugami. Look, listen, I don't know how to say that name. This guy. These were the only techniques we've seen him copy so far. Yuta can also remove the limits of Rika's power. He did this in his fight with Geto. He was able to overpower Geto's maximum Uzumaki, his most powerful curse. Yuta did this by vowing to give his life in exchange for removing the limits off of Rika's boundless power. And to get this out of the way, if you finish Jujutsu Kaisen 0, whether that be the movie or the manga, or you're caught up with the manga and confused on how Rika is still alive, then let me explain. After the battle of Geto, Rika's curse was successfully broke, and her soul unbound from the ties of curse energy. This allowed her to pass into the afterlife. However, Rika's form as a cursed spirit remained with Yuta as a different entity altogether. As of right now, this is all the information I can gather up about Yuta and Rika. At the time of making this video, the manga is still going on, and it even left us at a cliffhanger. I mean, we haven't even got to see what Yuta's domain expansion looks like, or does, or even other cool stuff you can do. I can't wait to see what more Yuta and Rika show us. But anyway, what do you guys think about Yuta? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and share it with your friends. If you're a new viewer, however, and you like watching this video, then consider subscribing. I make anime and anime-like content, and there's more Jujutsu Kaisen content on the way, so be on the lookout for that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all, and I will see you all next time.